when I play my tunes.
Order, order,
When I
order.
play my tunes.
Venom and Carnage, I will hold you in contempt of court if you do not abide by the rules. By the rules.
Venom. Carnage.
What rules? Drive wild when I play my tune. When I play my tune. With a big spliff that'll leave you high for 1,000 moons. No rest on the mission cause you know that money don't snooze. Trying to get paid in 1,000 ways and I don't see no rules. What rules? Drive wild when I play my tune. When I play my tune. With a big spliff that'll leave you high for 1,000 moons. No rest on the mission cause you know that money don't snooze. Trying to get paid in 1,000 ways and I don't see no rules.
Red Bill Trill. I don't need clout or no co-signing. Nah. If it's arms house, I just reach out and I'm close lining. If a spark man, dip a T5 and you nose diving. K.O. All these hard shits, all me, doggy, no ghost writing. Not abide by your codes of conduct or your laws, social construct. Nah, yeah, I was raised with manners. But now it says please like a gun butt. Cover my face with a dana. See a chain swinging on the block like nunchuck. When I beg no industry guy, me have my pride, I'll never be a bumster. Nah, I could never be a Megatron. I was raised on ragga, not reggaeton. Then a man, I'm trying to get a wrong. They wanna have me in the stomach or a heavy gun. I will hold you in contempt of court if you do not abide by the rules. By the rules.
Venom. Carnage.
What rules? Drive wild when I play my tune. When I play my tune. With a big spliff that'll leave you high for 1,000 moons. No rest on the mission cause you know that money don't snooze. Trying to get paid in 1,000 ways and I don't see no rules. What rules? Drive wild when I play my tune. When I play my tune. With a big spliff that'll leave you high for 1,000 moons. No rest on the mission cause you know that money don't snooze. Trying to get paid in 1,000 ways and I don't see no rules.
Red Bill Trill. I don't need clout or no co-signing. Nah. If it's arms house, I just reach out and I'm close lining. If a spark man, dip a T5 and you nose diving. K.O. All these hard shits, all me, doggy, no ghost writing. Not abide by your codes of conduct or your laws, social construct. Nah, yeah, I was raised with manners. But now it says please like a gun butt. Cover my face with a dana. See a chain swinging on the block like nunchuck. When I beg no industry guy, me have my pride, I'll never be a bumster. Nah, I could never be a Megatron. I was raised on ragga, not reggaeton. Then a man, I'm trying to get a wrong. They wanna have me in the stomach or a heavy gun.
Sitting when I play my tune. When I play my tune. With a big spliff that'll leave you high for 1,000 moons.
Abide by the rules. By the rules.
Venom. Carnage.
What rules? Drive wild when I play my tune. When I play my tune. With a big spliff that'll leave you high for 1,000 moons. No rest on the mission cause you know that money don't snooze. Trying to get paid in 1,000 ways and I don't see no rules. What rules? Drive wild when I play my tune. When I play my tune. With a big spliff that'll leave you high for 1,000 moons. No rest on the mission cause you know that money don't snooze. Trying to get paid in 1,000 ways and I don't see no rules.
Red Bill Trill. I don't need clout or no co-signing. Nah. If it's arms house, I just reach out and I'm close lining. If a spark man, dip a T5 and you nose diving. K.O. All these hard shits, all me, doggy, no ghost writing. Not abide by your codes of conduct or your laws, social construct. Nah, yeah, I was raised with manners. But now it says please like a gun butt. Cover my face with a dana. See a chain swinging on the block like nunchuck. When I beg no industry guy, me have my pride, I'll never be a bumster. Nah, I could never be a Megatron. I was raised on ragga, not reggaeton. Then a man, I'm trying to get a wrong. They wanna have me in the stomach or a heavy gun. Sitting in the cell.
Oh my god. So this whole time, I'm thinking, why are you not fucking reacting? Alright, so I had the microphone down. I was chatting from the beginning. Do you know what I mean? Hit that like button. Please, 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 family. Let me see how many of you are liking up the show. I'm back in the building. Let me know you can hear me. Thank you for telling me there's no sound, Middlesex, Omar.
Drive wild when I play my tune.
Hey,
With a big spliff that'll leave you hype.
a thousand moons.
No rest on the mission because you know that money don't snooze.
Money don't snooze.
Trying to get paid in 1,000
Hit the like
ways.
button,
And I
fam.
don't see no rules.
What?
What rules? Drive wild when I play my tune.
When I play my tunes,
With a big spliff
all
that'll
type
leave
Tods,
you hype
all
for
type
1,000
SMFY, all
moons.
type Nate, all
No
type
rest on the mission
Chevs,
'cause you
all
know
type
that money don't
Fives.
snooze. Trying to get paid in 1,000 ways. And I don't see no rules.
What? I don't need clout or no co-signing. If his arms out, I just reach out and I'm clotheslining.
If a spark man, they be T5
And you nose diving. All this hard shit's all me, doggy, no ghostwriting. Don't abide by your codes of conduct, your laws, social constructs. Yeah, I was raised with manners,
But now it says please
like a gun buck,
cover my face with
in a danner,
see a chain swinging on the block.
like nunchucks.
When I beg no
Industry guy,
me have my
pride,
I'll never be a
bumps up,
No, I could never be a
Megatron,
I was raised on ragga.
no reggaeton, trying to get a one
They wanna have me in the stomach.
for a heavy gun.
Sitting in the cell
Hey,
with the
hey,
teddy.
hey, fuck's sake. Woo. Yeah, I was vibing this whole time, and I'm there thinking you lot could hear me. Shit. Well, go on, big up 77 Soldier. Come on, J Trill, CA Levy, Bibi Nana. Come on. Yeah, Veli, big up Veli Vision. Right. Let me just share this thing. Let people know that I was live. How do I do this again? What's everyone on anyway, man? What is the deal? What is the fucking deal, mate? I'm just gonna send a broadcast. Let me see if I can find something else that you're allowed to listen to real quick. Was raised on I played some of this yesterday, but I still like it, so you can get these sneak previews, snippets.
Killy don't ram.
Hey,
Killy don't play.
Killy don't play.
Best pay attention to what they killy them say.
Yeah. Big guns that can take down a helicopter. Catch a hot blast, man, I send you to the doctor. My top dog beat shots, set the cop car. You are not hard and your squad hasn't got on. Me a bro that's a rock and roll like a rock star. Lock a low when I touch the road like a block star. Got flows, got me rocking shows, rocking up bars. The flow is what got the whole
Popping off bras, tell her cool off. Put it to the side, don't take it all off.
Cats on my body bag
Like a sawn off.
When they hating, praying, man, niggas are
Fool off. Bomber clot. Hold on. Select. Copy. Boom. Yeah, let me give you our next one. Let's look for our next flavor. There's the next flavor in there. Take it all off. Boom, 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 boom. At your hot blast. Man, I send it to the doctor. Got out Radar MC as well, yeah? Sending me some jokes earlier on Instagram. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter. You know, it's Red Pill Trill, REDPILLTRILL. Follow me up, man. Interact with me in different ways. Yeah, definitely hit me up on Twitter or Insta. Yeah, I'm on there. I'm active, baby. I'm active. I'll tell everyone on this Sunday, man. I'm just looking. What's this? Is this the one I want? Oh, that's not the one I want. Before I track real quick, man. Let me try this one. Oh, then it just open. I swear it does, man. Oh well. Sorry, let me look. Oh well, fuck it. Did I send the broadcast? Yes, I did. Yeah. Good vibes. YouTube Mills, man, like Mills in the building, Mark 1. Just chilling, lockdown. Big up Craig. Come on. Big up yourself, Craig. Big up Radar MC, man. Just chilling in a lockdown quarantine NYC. Yeah. Aren't we all, mate? Aren't we all? What week is this now? What week are we in lockdown now? It's a blur. This year is crazy. It's fucking off the meat, right? This year is insane. Telling you. It's fucking loopy. It's a crazy, crazy year. You know, all sorts of guan. All sorts of guan. Oh, guan, man, like Zangief.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, guan. What you listening to? Cheers. Is it? You see? So I always call it. I spent so much energy trying to get a little head, microcephaly. Cheese! Oh my God! Pull it! Zika bars. You know about Zika bars.
Are you mad, fam? Are you mad?
So you the pan? Where you the pan, yo?
No, fam, I'm not gonna lie. I just done my gardening.
Yeah.
Checked on my seeds and that.
What, can we see your garden, please?
Yeah, of course you can.
Sorry,
bro.
show us what the fuck you've been doing then.
I'll show you.
Man said he checked his seeds. Went to check your seeds.
Let's get the seeds out and that.
Middlesex Omar said you're looking for a wife.
Yeah, and that. Yeah, let me show you. So right now we got them tomatoes.
You got to speak in your nature voice, bro.
Okay. Yeah, in the wild, we have the raw wild tomatoes. They're called mini balls.
Which ones are they? What, just the first four pots?
Yeah. Then we got the kale.
Kale.
And the next four. Okay. The wild kale. Wild.
Wild kale, you know. Not just any kale, you know. Wild kale, you know.
And we got the parsley for the seasoning.
Yeah.
And for the...
What? What was that last one?
You got this parsley for the seasoning for your salad. Yeah.
Alright. What, is that what you was talking about gardening, bro? You better behave.
No,
okay.
We got a mint.
Cheese. What mint, Tisha? What rosemary? Me know you and your baby. I want rosemary.
Yeah, we got some dill.
This? Who?
Some dill.
Dill? Dill? What dill? Yes, dilly. What dilly smell like? What dilly smell like?
Dilly smell good.
How dilly smell? Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. That's us. That's me in my garden.
Yeah? Go on.
Yeah, just start
so you could just chill in your garden. Your garden's decent, bro. You could just bang a chair in the middle of that motherfucker and just, yeah. You're nice. I ain't got no garden, man. I need a garden.
I know. It's times like these they make you appreciate it, you know what I mean? Times like this that you appreciate it.
Hold tight, boy, Rich in the building. Hold tight, step nicely. Big up your chest, man.
Every time.
Mohammed, Hamden, big up yourself.
Jeez. I'm not gonna lie, I've just been sorting out some other stuff. What else have I been doing? I've been doing this course on speaking and stuff like that.
You trying to learn how to talk? You mean speaking?
No,
you mean what kind of speaking?
Presenting and doing presentations. What else? There's quite a few. It's actually good. There's another one that I started was to do with YouTubing. I didn't know there was so much these YouTubers actually look at.
Yeah, there's loads, bro. Yeah, they'll be on their algorithms, the testing different things.
The words that they're using, Google AdWords.
Yeah.
Which words are more used? Which ones?
Yeah.
It's mad.
Serious.
It's mad. I didn't even know this world existed, fam. It's that bad. That
it's the world of metadata.
That's actually mad, yeah, because now it makes sense. So they know the words that you're using and all the words that are frequently used or the words that are mostly searched. So what happens is the more you use those words, the more they how shall I say, they feed you those words. The more they feed you the words, the more you use them, and the more you use them, obviously they can take you further down the rabbit hole if they wanted to.
Round and round and round.
Exactly. And you don't know no better. You think you're just using slang or just using someone else's language, but meanwhile they're steering you in that direction.
Mad.
It's mad, you know. The things that you say, the words that you say, certain words that you say will attract a certain amount of people and will allow you to go, your voice to go so far.
That's what
You
it
can't
is.
say nothing. Yeah, you can't say nothing abusive.
Right.
Or put anything abusive and things like these. It's mad. It's actually
Key
mad.
phrases. And the machines that obviously they had for a long time. Obviously, if they hear key phrases, they record and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So if you say certain words, we'll start off their tape machine. They'll be like, yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
Key words, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
They had that, and
I think I remember
they said
seeing
they
that
had
in
that
the
from
Simpsons
the
episode.
80s or some shit.
I remember seeing that in the Simpsons episode. Like, man said one word and boom, went straight into the phone, into the guy texting, reading, and then they said code red. That was jokes. The Simpsons episode, they said that. It's mad how the Simpsons know everything, or should I say, are aware of what's gonna happen.
Yeah, well, it's not mad when it's not mad. It's, sorry, 1 second.
What are you saying?
Nah,
What have you been saying for me?
looking
I
at
see you
someone's.
jumped on earlier.
You see, I did what?
You jumped on earlier, but you're riding solo. I was like,
Oh
what? How
no,
did I just jump in
no!
online?
I didn't jump online. I put that video up. I wasn't online.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a video I put up there. Big up, Born Rich.
No.
Fucking hell, yo, you guys.
What up, family? What up, boy? What is that?
What the fuck?
What is that? Some feet?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what you're talking about, cheese?
Yeah, take that shit off, man. What is that?
That's not what I'm saying when I say cheese.
Yo,
madness. Man's using a sander, fam.
How? That guy must have been homeless or something, man.
Oh,
man, that looks like a dead person's foot.
Bro, look at the way his toes are just crumpled up. Like,
man,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gritting my teeth. I'm gritting my teeth. It's like,
Yo, what the actual fuck, man? That whole thing came away. My God. That's some of that. Yeah, I ain't seen that alone. I ain't looking at that shit.
That was rough. Shit, boy.
Yeah.
Just for that, I want to go wash my feet, fam. Just to make sure, like, it never gets like that. Like,
what's going on, Boopy?
Man, nothing, man. I resurrected this morning, man.
Why? What happened? Was you dead?
Yeah. I died on Friday, baby.
Why? Oh shit! Oh shit!
Okay.
I'm here, baby.
Easter banter, yeah. You got Easter banter.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, buddy.
Yeah, you got Easter banter. You ain't got nothing to say when it's Islamic holidays, though, innit? You keep your mouth shut. It's because you know.
Yeah. No, I don't want
to keep your mouth shut. You don't want that smoke.
No, I don't want to poke the bear, man.
See, you Christians are soft. You Christians are soft.
I don't want that.
Born Rich thinks you lot are soft.
I don't want that. It's a fat. Someone put a fatwa on me. I definitely don't want to have to get on camera and say that.
What is your vest? In your vest,
yeah, I definitely don't want to get on camera and say that, buddy.
With Betty trying to hold your hand, Betty trying to be our first lady.
Big Betty, you know.
Betty trying to do first lady and shit.
And stuff like that.
Yes. Oh God, man! Man said fatwa, you know. Don't take the piss, you know. Hold tight, Rashad. Hold tight, Shimbe Shooter. I go on, doctors have difficult jobs. I can never do none of the work they do. Love to, though. Yeah, I know, man. but you'd be surprised what you could do when there's a check coming in. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You'd be surprised, bro.
yeah.
You'd be surprised for a check.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, do you man see that?
No. No.
Do you man see that video?
What you talking about?
This brother was in hospital. This brother was in hospital, yeah. And then there was like bare nurses all surrounding him, telling him that he has to take an injection or he can't leave, innit?
No.
Nah, I didn't see that, buddy.
Was it
America? Showed me early. I think so. Yeah, I think it was America. I just saw a preview. I ain't got the edit. My girl showed me. Innit? I'm not sure what she watched on maybe Facebook or something on Insta.
Get your girl to send it to us. Give her give me her number. And I'll just text her and tell her to send it to me.
Dan, you're bad to man. You want man's number? Like, yeah. He's talking about dick and shit.
Bruv, I just asked for your girl's number. Bruv, internal combat. You come inside yourself, bruv. Don't get beyond your
She can't hear you. I got headphones on.
You nut in yourself, yeah.
No can hear you. No can hear you. No can
She don't know. You spent the best part of last year trying to impregnate yourself.
No can hear you.
Readers, got a baby.
Now your new track's hard though. I like the lyrics a lot. You know, they fear me, pigeon brain. Yeah, me hard lyrics, man. They fear me, pigeon brain.
Yeah, my pigeon brain.
You know what, Radar? I just can't get into UK rap, man. That shit sounds so soft, Radar.
Shut your fucking mouth.
No, this is interesting. I like this. I like that because we're a small market compared to America.
He's talking shit. Don't listen to him. He likes UK rap. He's a punk.
Nah, you know my favorite one is "What You Gonna Do." Yeah, come on, bro. That shit right there. That shit give me goosebumps, man. When that drop, it's on.
Yeah, it's on, man. It's on. That comes up. It's hard, but he's still. We got a couple joints. We got joints on joints.
Fire protect the brave.
Yo, big up Soil. Big up Uncle T. Big up Bibba.
Soil, you know, man. Like Soil, you know.
Like I've been coming, talking.
Now, so you back on the scene. So you been what's today? Sunday. So you been back on the scene since like Thursday, man.
Oh shit! Big up Soil, man. Big up Tony Brown as well, man. Bronco, come on, Bronco Brown. Big up your chest. So yeah, man. Radar was successful. At what? Radar, what was you successful at? Yeah, Radar youth.
I mean, I know.
Right, this character's Freezer, isn't it? I mean, yeah. Is it Freezer? Yeah.
It's a fly.
It's a fly, but it looks like Freezer from Dragon. Wait, no, actually, maybe not. From where I was looking. Can you stop so I can see your character, or will you just get shot?
No, I'm not even playing. It's a video, no? I can pause it.
I'll take this shit.
Are you serious? So you've been tricking us all this time, bro. Alright, bro, put it backstage, bro. All that time. Fuck's sake. I'm getting into it like, yeah, go on, Radar. Go on, shoot him up. Man's just playing the video.
False flagging, bro.
False flagging, fam.
You know?
He's trying to make the computer noises. Look, he's trying to make the controller noises.
Pew, pew, pew.
So what new stuff have you lot got for me, man? I know you lot got some new shit for me. What you got? Hit me, man. Hit me.
Bars.
Okay. All right. Just quick. I don't want to stay on this coronavirus shit.
Okay.
But have you been seeing the reports that
Yep.
African Americans are getting it at
Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
It's not just African Americans, because we got it over here as well.
Yeah,
well,
so
I think they heard me and you laughing when we read that report like a month ago about how it looks like black people are immune. They heard us laughing and high-fiving and fucking jigging. And they was like, yeah.
No, like you have to think about it deeper, innit? Like for all we know, like the media, maybe this is just like a media technique. So maybe like, you know, maybe certain people they blame the Chinese, then the Chinese blame the blacks, then blacks blame like other people. Maybe that's just something that people are gonna wake up to. They're gonna realize, oh, the media is just, you know, they're trying to blame it on this, they're trying to blame it on that, and maybe people are gonna start looking at the real people. He's like,
maybe a small
maybe we start a little bitch.
Maybe a small minority, but I doubt like there's gonna be any kind of mass awakening when it comes to
mass. The only mass awakening it's gonna have is these ethno-nationalist nutters that are just gonna jump on the bandwagon and use it to their advantage. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's what it is. And then you're starting to see the ripple effects. Like now, black people are being snatched off of trains and shit because they don't have masks on. You know what I mean? So that's the effects of what I see it coming. Like you niggas are contagious. Like,
and also, yeah, do you think it could be like do you think black people should be given extra time outside? Like, you know, in England we got like an hour to exercise. You think black people should be given 2 hours, bearing in mind that they suffer from vitamin D deficiency? They probably have more need to be out in the sunlight more than our white brothers and sisters.
I mean that could be the case, but the media is pretty much telling black people to stay inside because you can really get it.
Oh, yeah, you can really get it.
You don't want to get it. Yeah, like you can really get it. And then like your diet and your conditions, you really should stay away from people.
Did you see the little video I put up a bit earlier? I don't know if you saw it.
No, I didn't. I saw it on my timeline, but
so like that's going along with what you just said. You know, like I'm hearing in China, the bros and the sisters are getting pressurized. That's the best way I can put it. They're getting pressurized by the Chinese authorities and the citizens. They're getting blamed, scapegoated for the spread of the disease. They're not being given places to stay, like in terms of hotels or built. Landlords are kicking them out. They're out on the streets. They're not being allowed to like stay in one area. They're being like almost like herded.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, you must have saw the same video that I saw.
Yeah, so I looked through a couple of them, but I mean, yeah, China's saying that basically they, from what I'm seeing in the report, they are testing Africans, right? Mm-hmm. And then the Africans that are coming up positive, they're highlighting them and saying, look, these Africans have all got the thing, yeah, but they're not testing Chinese people or they're not showing the results. They're not even speaking about Chinese people. So they're not talking about the results. They're just talking about, yeah, all these Africans have got the thing, which I'm putting that out there in the media, which obviously is going to create more anti-African sentiment.
Yeah.
It's peak still.
You know what makes me angry, bro? Is the way they fucking twisted it. How the fuck did this how is this reaching Africans? Like, I don't get how this is touching on Africans and how the backlash is. Like,
isn't Africa surrounded right now?
I'm confused, bro. Like, I'm really confused. I don't know. Is it just because everyone else is getting attacked and Africa ain't? They're like, yeah, let's all go and attack Africa because we're getting fucked right now. Is that the sentiment? I don't know. I
don't know. I also I will put in in terms of for fairness. Also, I'll put in. I'm adding this to my list of anti-China propaganda too. Even if it's real, there's a reason why it's been reported. No one don't give a fuck about us. Who's highlighting this shit? You're only highlighting it for your own fucking reasons anyway, yeah? So I'm watching this. There's a big pile of anti-China. Even 5G really goes down to, in a way, being anti-China propaganda. If you really check it. If you look and see that China owns most of the 5G companies over here, like we got the virus itself, we got 5G, now we got the racism. You know, there was a lot of shit before that about China creating fake this and fake that, fake clothes, fake food, fake fucking cigarette. Everything was fake coming from China. Then there's even reports of China sending out spies, and there's like something like 50 something. No, I'm not saying 50. I can't remember the number. I'm sure it was in its like 20s. Yeah, the amount of spies that they had arrested in China like 2-3 weeks ago. I covered the news report, so I've just seen there's a lot of anti-China shit going on, while at the same time the whole military is gathering in China to do like a military Olympic Games right before.
I heard it already happened, right?
Yeah, it happened. Yeah, right before everyone started getting sick. Yeah. So did they send?
I heard America
people over. Yeah, go on.
And I heard America didn't win any medals, and America usually cleans up in these Olympics. But China, Russia, a lot of people won medals. They said America. What I heard is America didn't win any medals this year. and they're kind of pissed off about that. But yeah, I heard about that, the World Military Games or some shit. Yep, I did just hear about that.
What's it? I Love Sorrow said, "Why do we care? Why do we care?" I kind of figure what Tony's asking that in, because I'm sure I said that. I said, "Why do they care?"
Yeah? Your voice, saying it
in my voice.
Why would I care?
Why would I care? Marley D says the China racist side is showing more. Who agrees? Who disagrees? Anyone got an opinion on that?
Did they say that again?
He said, Marley D, I'm assuming it's he says China's racist side is showing more. What do you reckon?
Can I chime in?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, big up Beefy, big up family.
Big up. Like, what for me personally, what I see is like power struggle going on in the world. Don't forget, China is run by the IMF, the Illuminati, all the money they're pumping in, and the Chinese government has got no qualms doing experiments on their own people to see if things work. So when you talk about 5G, 5G is already out in China. Full force. They can scan your body, like it's mad out there. They can take a body temperature when you're walking to say you're ill, stay indoors.
Mad.
Shit like that. So when we say we're behind in technology, what they can do to control us, we're way behind. China is already in place, implemented. They tried to test it already. Well, before it used to be America before back in the days. They tested it on Americans.
Yeah.
Now they tested on Chinese.
I heard that somewhere else. That China was the test bed of all this mad technology that's going to lock us down.
Bro, when you see that, we said, the reason why they opened up the quarantine in China was because of the technology. Was they can now scan your body when you're walking through a train station and say, oh, you're a bit hot, you might carry the coronavirus, go back home, you are good, you can go. I mean, all these mad things. And they can even track your every movement. So let's say if I went out today and I walked past somewhere where someone had corona walked past as well, I'll get a text my phone saying, listen, 2 hours ago, someone with corona walked past where you walked just now.
Mad thing, stay at home. Stay at home. It's possible you may be at risk of infection.
Yeah.
A lovely lady named Wendy Wu, a concerned lady, says, look, if the world does not help Africa, it will continue to spread. What do you lot got to say about that then? Because she wants to help. She wants the world to help Africa.
If we say that corona started in China, Wuhan province, how come the whole of China didn't get locked down, didn't get no corona? Only one little province, then it goes all over the world. You see, how is that possible?
It again goes back down to something very fishy, man. There's more to the story.
China was not shut down. There's only one province in China got shut down. One province.
But they locked it all down afterwards, though, innit? Like,
Nah.
Shanghai and Hong Kong are still going, bro.
It's now open now. It's open for business now, Wuhan as well. It's open for business. There's no cure for corona, but it's open for business. Back to normal.
Yeah. They had 12 weeks of lockdown while we was up here doing up fucking the Trill news review, laughing at it. The thing was on its way, innit? Like, proper on its way.
Yeah.
or whatever.
You must admit, though, we did ignore it. Even when Kobe passed away, do you know what I mean?
So tell me something though, but I'm trying to get on Wendy's thing. Wendy, obviously, she's like is she Welsh or English lady, and she's saying the world needs to help Africa, otherwise Africa's fucked. So
I'll be back.
Obviously,
I'll my battery. I'll be back.
All right, bravo. So what do you think that help looks like? Wendy Wu's help for Africa. What do you think that's part of that?
Look, let's be honest. Let's be real. Yeah, that the rest of the world don't help out Africa. Like let's get that on camera first. Let's get that on YouTube first. That the world ain't helping Africa as it is before the coronavirus. Yeah. So now that the coronavirus here, they're talking about testing on Africans and testing in Africa. So obviously now everyone wants to care about Africa because the whole reason they want to care about Africa is because they want to test on Africans. So the whole reason they're caring now is they're thinking, oh look, if we don't test on Africans, then we're gonna get fucked. So this is the only reason why they're giving a fuck in the first place. Because they're in shit.
Yeah, I'm more seeing it like.
This is hot. No, don't put it. It's gonna fall. I couldn't get it. I tried with a knife. And put oil. That was dripping.
Radar, man. Control. Still get your hand up in the yard. Radar, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, man.
You sure, bro?
Nah, just sorting out a kitchen dilemma.
No problem, man. I thought she's gonna hit you, man, but it's cool. It's cool, man. I mean,
You hear that, yeah?
Yeah. You're not. The way your voice was like low and timid, like not to spark, not to get her angry. I like that, man. That's like clever tactics. It's like psychology. She got all like manly, and then you went all girly, like like to diffuse the energy.
It's panic is what women do. Women panic about things.
Not my woman.
So I like being a man are logical and process. I find a solution.
I'm just saying, you might not want to talk to you like that in public, but it's cool anyway. Let's move on, man. Everyone, each to their own.
You slap the shit out of my girl right now.
Don't talk shit.
You know I don't play that shit in front of my online friends.
You trying to mug me up? You trying to mug me up in front of my mates? All right, cool. So Sheesh Yanmi says UK cannot even protect their own doctors and nurses from dying. You want to think about protecting other people outside the UK. Good point.
Yeah, but the question you need to ask yourself, sorry, Jed, but is do the UK want to protect their nurses? Let's stick on this Africa thing right now. For now,
let's stick on like Africa needing help from the rest of the world. For me, like I think it's obvious to say. For me, this looks like a setup, right? It looks like a fucking alley-oop, yeah. Because we clearly know that they want to get more and more access and have more infiltration going on in Africa. So this is a perfect Trojan horse. Now, because when they're talking about helping Africa, helping sounds like a lovely word. Yeah. Let's not get it twisted. Let's get straight to the point. What is it? They want to put needles into African arms. Yeah. Can we just say it how it is? They want to put needles into African veins. Yeah. And this is helping Africa. Is this what we want? I mean, I can say we want. I don't live in Africa, so I don't really have the right to say. Yeah, as a honorary African, I'm gonna hope that collectively there is a resistance to this sort of charity. But having spoken for the last couple of days to people in Africa, man, they're screaming for the vaccine, man. They're screaming for that shit. They're fucking screaming for the vaccine, bro. They don't know no better, bro. They don't know any better. Like I told these guys the other day, I was speaking to one brother from Kenya, and he was like, yo, man, South Africa. He was like, yeah, you guys are all right over there. Our infrastructure, we can't take it, man. We need, as soon as that vaccine comes, the better. So I was like, rah. I was like, okay, think about what you're saying, though. Are you sure you really want, this vaccine? Yeah, man. We can't cope. We just about coping now. If the numbers start going up, they've had 30 people, I think. Yeah. If the numbers start going up, we ain't gonna be able to take it, man. Blah blah blah. We need that vaccine. I hope all my people take it. I'm like, shit. And this is the African perspective. This is how Africans are, in all goodwill. He's not gonna let you put chains on him. He's not gonna let you enslave him blatantly. But all your little subversive techniques to infiltrate the minds and the thinking capabilities have worked. All he's seeing is, yo, we are in danger. We cannot handle it. We need that shit. That's it.
Yeah, man. And I wanna say that's messed up, but my people over here the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wanna say, damn. You want to look and say those brothers and sisters are lost, or those brothers and sisters don't know any better. But damn, that shit's happening over here too.
Yeah, over here.
Do you reckon if we had a certain system, so say if we had an analysis system, so say if we could if we thought funny about food, for example, we could oh, this our food's not real, it's modified, blah blah blah. It's got fake shit in it. If we had a system where we could just send it off to be analyzed, let's say if we didn't trust the vaccine, so we could just take the vaccine and take it to a trusted source of analysis, do you reckon that would help like things to progress?
I say, wait, so you're gonna test every vaccine? Because for me, that's what it would take. Okay, yeah. Oh, you guys want to test this vaccine to make sure it is what we say it is? Cool. And they're gonna give it to us. We're gonna go off and test it. And guess what? It is what they say it is. But how do we know the other 100 million fucking vaccines that they got?
There should be a process, and obviously you can't test every single one, but every certain number in the batch. So say like every like one in 5 or something gets tested. And you know it's a big lawsuit, and everything has to be shut down if it's not the right thing in there.
You know what? It's the same thing happens already, Radar. But what you got to remember is everyone's in the house, so the same people that regulate is part of the same company that's making them. So there's no difference between the two. And anyone that does, you know, that these companies, the vaccine companies, actually put money away before they even start a vaccine to give to courts, because they know if it fucks up, they already got money stashed away. So. Like, if you look at one of the PFIZER is one of the biggest vaccine companies. If you just write PFSA and write fines next to their names, you'll see they've been fined millions and billions of dollars for fraud,
that's dangerous stuff,
mislabeling, for putting the wrong ingredients in. There's so many.
That's important information. That's the kind of information that will shut down a pharmacy. if that was more known, you know what I'm saying? People wouldn't let that run. Like that's bad, man. Still.
You see what
they're prepared for bad outcome. Like that's not good.
Ivini Lud said they already tested out this so-called vaccine and 7 babies died instantly. What?
Yeah. This was Bill Gates.
Yeah.
In India, they done the test.
When? Where do you hear about this? Give me some info, today. Man.
Hold on.
They're testing out vaccines and people that what?
They tested out on Melinda and thing.
Who was with me when we read the article saying that they look like they in Texas they may have found a vaccine, but it won't be ready for 2 years? Who was with me when I read that thing?
That was when it first come out. I remember that.
That was like, the vaccine won't be ready for 2 years.
What is vaccines is bullshit anyway?
Why? Why is it bullshit?
Because for years they've been saying like we can't cure viruses in it, so you can't cure a cold, you can't cure a flu. You can do is remedy the symptoms in it. There ain't no cure for flu. There ain't no cure for cold. We just have to go get on with the symptoms. Now, I believe we've already had corona, you know what I'm saying? Because there was a new sickness that already came out. And everyone was saying, this is new. I haven't had this before. It's new. It was like a virus, like a flu, a little bit different, you know? So, it's, you know, it's bullshit, fam. I don't know. Like, you see people talking about chloroquine, hydrochloroquine, saying many doctors that it's working, like it's curing people in under 16 hours when they take it. Under 16 hours is curing people, and obviously they say that's like a last remedy backup. So when you're if you're fully blown ill with it, then if you take that'll cure you up, innit? Chloroquine, hydrochloroquine, and you need to be taken with zinc, because zinc strengthens your immune system, but the hydrochloroquine allows it to get past, like gets into the body more in it, so it can work.
I hear you. I heard about this hydrochloroquine thing, but I didn't really know what it was. I didn't look into detail on that one. Tell me more, man. Tell me more, guys. What else do you know?
The government fight of COVID-19. So wait. During the COVID-19 coronavirus disease pandemic in 2020, a popular social media meme inserted that philanthropist Bill Gates was partnered with business magnate George Soros in owning a lab in Wuhan, China, the presumed location where the COVID-19 outbreak originated, and was being sued by India over the deaths of girls resulting from vaccinations. It is true that Microsoft co-founder, through his Bill Gates and Melinda Gates Foundation, has expended billions of dollars funding research on childhood immunization. Why
did you put it? You say immunization.
Immunization programs.
2 words, isn't it?
Immunization.
Yeah,
immunization.
He doesn't need to say immunization.
Fam, Jeddah is dead with English. Fam. Don't listen to Jeddah, fam. You don't have to speak, fam.
Shut up, man. Don't. I don't have to speak.
Man
After-
stutters and shit. Man
Bruv, you stutter, fam.
Allow the beef. Who has long warned that we are inadequately prepared to deal with global pandemics, has also pledged to make billions of dollars available for funding the manufacture of vaccines to combat the novel coronavirus. National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease was a member of the Leadership Council of the Gates Foundation's decades of vaccines collaboration efforts launched in 2010. So wait a second, the same guy that's the director of National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease was the same Leadership Council for the Gates Foundation in 2010. So man moved up in the world, like he was part of a foundation, and now he's part of the person that controls what the allergy and disease is. This is mad. This is mad. So it's not what you know, it's who you know. All right. However, the meme jumps the rails to suggest anything more than Gates is interested in improving lives through medical research and vaccinations. Gates does not own a lab in Wuhan, China, in partnership with Soros. That claim is a combination of two separate and false rumors that we have already debunked at length.
Who's that? Who's doing the correction? Google or whatever?
No, Snoops. Snoops.com.
Oh, Snoops. They put out fake shit and then they try to debunk shit with their fake information too. But yeah, I don't care whether he owns do you think they're gonna be as dumb? Like, bruv, man, no shutters. One second. Because this is what I don't like, yeah. Man, no shutters that own yards, cars, all sorts, and they've got nothing in their name. Are we really that naive to be like, okay, so no one's name is on this, so they're not involved? Like, the fuck? How easy is it for them to do something and leave no trace, especially a trace that we can connect? It just makes no sense. They really, we've got it to the level where all they do is step up and say the allegations against me are not true, and that's really our evidence. Do you know what I mean? And now they've set up this, because when they started setting up this whole fake news thing, I was wondering what this was. I weren't really sure what the fuck is this fake news. Then I start to realize, okay, this is now their ability to control what we say. So, so it's like, you know what? I'm gonna have to take that down, Bunrich, because it has information in there that's not 100% correct. You're gonna be like, well, do you know what I mean? You've got information about slavery that ain't correct. Do you know what I mean? You got information but their line of.
It was the rollout. It was like we keep talking about this rollout word. It was the rollout to censorship.
Yeah, they rolled out slow.
And now it's here. Now it's like, oh, that's fake news. We're taking that shit down. Like they said, they have teams on Instagram that's reviewing damn near everybody's lives and videos, all that shit. And if it don't match with
the algorithm, they're using a computer, bro. They're not even using people no more. They've got it on smash to the point where as soon as they hear the word, it's off.
Yeah. It's a computer thing. They warned us all, innit? Over this COVID-19 period, stuff will be getting deleted that may not be worthy of being deleted because they're using their automated systems now. They've not got.
You can get around that, though, innit?
No, you can't get around it if it's deleted.
Yeah. I saw that yesterday. Did you post that, Jedi? I saw that yesterday where they said that humans are not. Hold on, they worded it like, okay, because of this virus, humans are not reviewing your YouTube video. So some videos may be removed
that don't deserve to be taken out.
They should not be removed.
No, but if you hear me out.
And on top of that, they've stopped. You know, shut up, man. It's like a gal, bruv. Have that kind of baseline for your gal, innit? When she's swearing at you. All right. Some WhatsApp here is stopping people doing broadcast messages now because they said they've had an influx in increase in people sending around false information, misinformation. So now they're reviewing the whole broadcast system, which is probably one of the only reasons I got WhatsApp, so I can send large group messages. So like they're taking the piss. So now they're limiting how many people you could talk to in one go. Like, because I might send a broadcast to say like, "Yo, meet me in the square, 10 minutes." Like, do you know what I mean? Like they really just kind of lock that shit down. when it comes to the crunch, they don't really want you to talk to as many people as they're acting like, oh yeah, 5G, you'll be connected to everything and everyone. But really, it's so that when they flip that switch on you, it's absolute. When you're in the dark, like they started with the pedophiles. Oh, pedophiles, they can't go on the internet, yeah, which is all great because we don't want pedophiles anyway, yeah. But now they can use that on you. They've been using it on the young boys and the ends, saying that they're not allowed to upload music videos. They're not allowed to have certain like they're not allowed to have Snapchat. They're telling the boys you're not allowed to have Snapchat because you've got a history of posting violent videos on Snapchat. You see what I'm saying? So it's creeping in. It's creeping in. It's creeping in. Before you know it, you're gonna have a blanket ban on all your social networks because the information you spread is inflammatory, filled with misinformation about the government, and you haven't had your vaccination either. So, you know, you could be calling people to come to an event where you're there with your unvaccinated self, and that's not safe. So, or on every post, they're going to have to write underneath it, this person has not been vaccinated.
Yeah, they're going to point the finger at you.
Nah, but what I was trying to say is like, don't be fearful of like automated systems because like people's been going around them for time. So don't fear the automated system. So say for example, if Jedi put on like the comments like, oh, I'm gonna block you from saying this certain word, that you can write it in a certain way, innit? And it's been shown that we're so complicated in reading code that you can write things in complete gibberish and like numbers and letters and not full words and not full sentences, and the brain will make it up and complete the sentence, innit? I don't know if you've ever seen that before, you lot.
Yeah, I have. I know what you're talking about. Where the brain reads the first letter and the last letter of the word.
Yeah, so like the brain's if we need to say a message in code, like our brain's very complicated in being able to do so, innit? So I'm sure we can outsmart the computers for a long time.
Mills, was you supposed to be bringing me this this evidence of the 7 babies? Ivan Love said it was in Senegal.
No, the thing that I heard was about in India. I don't know about the thing.
Is it what they're saying is fake? Yeah.
No, that's just the first one that I clicked on. You know, I'm not even lying. Let me see.
Yeah, I want some evidence.
What they did was they said it's nothing to do with him. It's to do with. They said it's nothing to do with him. They said it's nothing to do with him. It's to do with the fact the World Health Organization. It's not his fault.
Did they test the vaccines or not? Is what I want to know.
Yes. They did.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Well, okay, Bob. How do we know these vaccines are the reason why dogs have periods? What?
He's just trying to take the piss and he's trying to say.
Okay, if you got a female dog, they're talking about.
Someone sent me. I think it was yesterday. Someone sent me a video about how the chemtrails are holding small dust particles, nanoparticles, which are actually which get turned on from using 5G to do what they want, whether it be infiltrate food, infiltrate the soil, infiltrate the water, infiltrate the mind. So yeah,
I had a dog when I was younger. Never noticed her. Have only why I don't believe. Plus, my dog never had a vaccine either. Wait, what are you saying?
Can I ask a random question?
No. Keep it to the point of what we're talking about. Try add to what we're talking about, bro. Random questions is good, but like also add to what
it's related. It's related partially.
It's not random then. Go.
So like, I was just thinking, like, do you think like celebrities have some kind of like special censorship from people trying to infiltrate their minds? So say like if you was a well-known public figure, do you think
they're more brainwashed than everyone else, bro? They're part of it.
No, but like, do you think people try and influence the celebrities' minds so they influence the masses? Say like something simple like being a vegan. Do you think vegans have ever tried to make someone like Will Smith like become a vegan or like broadcast a vegan message, or do you reckon they've got like some kind of safeguarding from people like from certain information?
I wouldn't say veganism, because veganism is like obviously spreading facts about obviously the food that we eat. That's a whole different ball game. But if you're talking about for example the way they use celebrities to vote for certain people.
No, I know that. So, I've been watching that.
So what makes you think after Idris Elba come out and was like, "Yeah, I've got it," more people started coming out and saying, "Yeah, I've got it."
Because I reckon celebrities are a big pawn in this game, you know. The big pawn in this game of chess.
Yeah. Do you think, like, yeah, facts. We know this, though. Like, not to say, oh, we know, but, like, we know, innit? You know that we know.
Everyone knows that, innit? This could be new information to some people.
Yeah, I know, but it's the way that you're talking. You should, like, talk to us, though, innit? Like, it's not new information to us. So when you're saying you reckon that celebrities are big pawns in this game, I don't think that you're speaking to any individuals you didn't think knew that. So, I don't know, man.
But that wasn't my main point. My main point was, like, do you think celebrities have some kind of, like, protection from the masses influencing them? So say, for example, if we all had an agenda, we're like, we want Will Smith to push the vegan agenda, so we somehow like targeted him, kept commenting and kept trying to like
the agenda though. This is the thing. It's like even agendas that have that homegrown feel, often when you dig deep enough, they're sponsored by the same people that sponsor politicians and propaganda campaigns on an international level. So it's hard for you to find, in my opinion anyway, authentic grassroots movements that have not been set up or infiltrated. And this goes from the Panthers to fucking Black Lives Matters to Martin Luther King, like, you know, like to Haile Selassie. In my opinion. Yeah. So like, if you're talking about the veganism, you got to feel like that whole vegan movement is backed and funded by a certain group of people anyway, right? So for them, so yeah, they may even like be like, oh, you know what? It'd be good if we can get somebody to be like our patron. They do that. Charities do that all the time. They do that all the time still. So, you know, people always try to go to a celebrity to get them to push their product. But guess what? The celebrity will push it because that product is come from part of an agenda that is government backed. So you may get celebrities backing, like LGB charity will go to a celebrity and say, can you back me? And the celebrity will be like, yeah, I will endorse your thing, because it's cool to endorse your thing. 10 years ago or 20 years ago, it was cool to endorse adopting an African child. You know?
I like the mathematics. I like statistics and mathematics, isn't it? Because like, see, like this whole RGB thing. Like, I think, like, say that was it that one brother that turned into a guy that used to be like an athlete, that Kardashian brother. Like, see, like man like him. Like, see if he had like a big fan base and like people like proper looked up to him, wanted to be like him, wanted to dress like him. Because look how role models are. People want to dress like them, they want to talk like them, they want to act like them in every way. So. Like how many?
I guarantee you, he's had 50,000 fucking letters of how he's inspired them to also make their change. Don't ever get twisted. So that if that answers
but my point, my point is like how many celebrities would it take to influence the world, or how many role models would it take? Because like when you know things, you simplify things, innit? You know what I'm saying? When you know things in full, you're always going to try and simplify things. No one's ever going to go full.
This is why you got different. This is why you got different classes and levels of fame, celebrity, and influence. Sorry, this weed, man. I am smoking. Yeah, that's why you got different levels of fame, influence, and power in it. Yeah, because and it's why it's like a pyramid. Only a few people have the power to like get 1 million people on the roads, isn't it? If there really is any one person that has that, because to be honest, even if you think about someone like Martin Luther King, the Million Man March. He didn't do that on his own, innit? Yeah, Farrakhan's Khan's Million Man March. Not everybody went there for Farrakhan, Khan, innit? Yeah, it's hard for you to really compel a group of people on your own as an individual without being, yet again, a government spokesman, without being a stooge for the powers that be. I don't see you ever getting a platform that allows you to command the attention and the ears of a mass of people. It's too dangerous. If you're not part of the clique, you can't have that level of power. And that's what I think censorship's about. That's what I think this gatekeeper system of entertainment and music and talent is all about. Yeah, it's about the danger of you being able to get too many people to listen to you at once. Do you know what I mean?
But like, I almost feel like it's control. There's a lot of control systems in place that aren't really in place. And like the best way I can describe it would be like if you try and replace one control system with another control system, right? Thank you. If you try and replace, if you try and thank you, if you try and replace one control system with another control system, like in between, like, you sound, what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Make sure you say thank you, bro. You getting bullied in your crib. You getting bullied in your crib. Yes. Oh shit!
Let's try to spark domestic abuse.
And you got the cheek. You got the cheek
to spark domestic abuse.
You got the cheek to have UFC up on the screen. You have.
No, like my girl's been in the kitchen cooking hard. She just wanted a genuine thank you, like not just a thanks.
You gave her a genuine thank you, didn't you?
Yeah, but I was in the middle of a conversation. I went back to it, so my attention wasn't really there.
Man. I hear you still. What did you get to eat?
What? Bagels, McDonald's bagels, and some pancakes and syrup and all that.
McDonald's bagels. How long should we be holding them in the fridge?
No, homemade McDonald's. Homemade McDonald's breakfast.
Them ones there, like, babe, let's go McDonald's. We got McDonald's at home, babe. Don't worry.
Yeah. Anyway, back to what you were saying. Anyway, brother. Or that. Yeah, you're eating now. Anyway.
I was saying like. Yeah. The power of a control system, like obviously control systems. I almost want to do a show on this or do a little study on this, like what kind of control systems have been in place throughout history. How have they changed? What have they been replaced with? So, say for example, like the biggest one that I can speak of because it relates to me personally is like chemical lobotomy or lobotomy in itself, which was a old time like remedy for mental health, where they drill out people's brains, or they would tie people down. And I think calling people unwell or putting people into unwell centers, I think that's a control system. Because even like normal people, like just like normal says, like, oh, that's crazy, or you mad? Just small things, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're targeting that kind of fear, you know what I'm saying? Are you mad? You crazy? Like, what will people think? Like, you know, like, yeah, I think that's the control system.
Definitely, man. Yeah, man. Using mental health and the allegation of being crazy. Yeah. Many people get called crazy to be discredited. I feel you still. I feel you. Do you know what I mean?
What is crazy?
Yeah, allow that. Just chew and swallow and then go again. You know what I mean? I'm trying to hear all that.
What is crazy?
All that egg and bagel in your mouth and that. Yo, Mills.
Yo, family.
You say you rolled in the big one?
Yeah, man. That time, but I left the RZA inside. Hey, this cloud don't look healthy, you know.
Mills, did you trim your hair yourself?
Yeah.
You butchered it at the top, there.
No, I didn't touch the top, man.
Yeah, you can't afford to play around with the top. I know.
I can't. Otherwise, I'm gonna go bald.
I told them to shape up my team.
Rotted. That cloud right there.
Yeah.
That cloud right there.
That's the end of fun. That's the end of your what you had your little son, yeah?
Yeah, that's done.
Son, you good? All right, cool.
That cloud's even giving me a warning, like, you want to stay outside? You sure you want to stay outside? Give man a warning and that, like, fuck's sake.
This is gonna sound crazy, yeah. But a lot of time when I come London, I always feel like
that's mad how you just start talking about saying crazy and how it's mind control, and then you gotta use it yourself.
No, because most time it's the reaction I get. It's the reaction that we get. So I'm programmed to react like this because of my reaction when I speak, the reaction I get from people. So this is like a countermeasure to the programming.
So you talk to get reaction then?
Nah, I was just sharing my thoughts. Like I literally just a thought come into my mind, then I had an excitement. I wanted to share it with you guys. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, like there was a limitation, so I was trying to, you know, lower the limit. I was trying to. It's like a countermeasure. But I was just gonna say, talking about clouds. Like when I see the clouds when I go to London, I always feel like, do you reckon they could like manipulate the clouds and put subliminal messages in clouds and that?
Raw. Raw. That one I don't know.
Yeah.
subliminal messages in the clouds.
So every time I come London, that's what I feel.
The only way that I can see that happening, yeah, and this is by a long shot, is if they put, because I know water holds memory, right? So unless they put certain vibrations into the water, and then when it rains on you, you soak it up. Nah, yeah.
But do you think clouds can be moved easily? Because I think technology can move clouds.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you, Radar. I know in January I seen two clouds that made the number 19, and I couldn't fucking put my finger on it. And now this COVID-19, it's just weird, Radar. It's weird, bro. It was in January.
That's fucked.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Look at that. Imagine how many people looked up and saw that. Because when you think about it, we're all looking at the same sky.
Yeah, you're right. You got a point.
Get me? Where that's thinking.
Yeah, man.
Are we? Are we?
He said, "Are we?"
Random question. Can I just ask a random question? Can I just ask a random question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think mushrooms have enough room?
They must have.
Because I've been thinking about mushrooms, yeah, and I've been thinking about the way that they use mushrooms in lobotomies.
Oh, okay.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I gotta look into that.
Yeah, yeah.
Do more research.
You're fascinating, brother. Fascinating.
Thank you, family. Thank you.
Pigeon head hatching out of that egg, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
Oh shit!
Well, no one want to go off the back of the mushroom conversation, huh?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Say nothing. Hey, just throwing it out there, you know. Just thinking out loud, you know.
Oh yeah, that's what I said.
You been what?
I was chatting to someone up.
Can we talk to your missus, please?
No.
Why not?
Oh, you trying to get her killed?
Killed?
She's too bait, fam.
She's too bait.
Yeah, you know when people don't know how to like keep information to themselves.
Okay, yeah.
So like she'll probably reveal my whole location, like, asking her one question.
I hear that. Nah, but bigger up still.
She wants to like say certain things, like when she hears in the background certain things she wants to get involved in. She's got like
fried chicken.
she wants to say things. What's that?
That's vinegar. It's not oil, by the way. Yeah, just hash brown.
She is chefing it down for you. Rate it still. This sounds happy cooking for you and that. Let me cater to you. Let me show you the way. I can blow you
away. I'm not your dishes.
Dinner and so much more. Yeah, fun. Man deserves a good catering. Yeah,
I love how every moment silent though. Trying to get that listening.
Yeah, I think matter of fact, man, speaking of that, I think Puff Daddy had a panel the other night, man, telling black people how we can.
Yeah, I knew you was gonna. Did you go watch it? Oh,
nah, I didn't.
You know, it's one of them ones where the trailer was better than the movie.
Yeah, I never watched those things, man.
How Sharpton.
Yeah,
Joe. Like, it was just weird.
Yeah, it's like what you said earlier, bro. It's like these are the same old players that are part of the system. So it's hard for me to take anything they say serious. You know what I mean? It's like you're gonna get a group of people together, and they're gonna tell us the numbers of African Americans and why we're more susceptible to the disease.
So you
and
need
it's
to
still
stay
more fear.
Basically, it was one big guilt trip. You know, your uncle's talking to you now. This is why you got to stay in, boy. Like, you know what I mean? You know what's gonna say though. I don't like them laws, but you know,
that's
family.
it.
It's like, yo, I don't know, man. It's a lot of pressure. That's why I did a Kunta Kinte voiceover thing today, you know, because that's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of that slave, just like, you know, man, ain't gonna like you going out, boy. You know what I mean? He's like, you go out, what you think that mean for the rest of us?
Yep, that's
I
it.
got it good. I got it good.
That's
I
it.
need that star dog.
And that's the person I become online right now. It's like because of people like Born Rich is the reason that it's gonna keep spreading. People like Born Rich is just gonna spread it and spread. So I make sure I go on Prospect channel every day just to be that guy.
Is Prospect the guy? Yeah, is Prospect?
Now they're saying it's serious and America is going to. Black people in America is gonna die 3 times more than the world, and it's because of people like Born Rich because he won't stay in the house. And it's like, what are y'all talking?
I don't expect that from Respect, though.
Not really. Respect comes around. He'll say he'll disagree with me, but then he know I make some good points, so he's like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But the panel or like the group, they kind of
everybody's mad at me. But my whole thing is, listen, man, we spend every day of the year talking about how we're anti-government.
The thing.
But with this, we believe everything the government
they say. Of course, yeah.
Real.
Why would they lie? Why would they lie?
Nah, man, fire drill this right now. Get me, fire drill. Said a big thing. Like I said, if you see a virus that's starting to threaten reproduction and all that, be scared. Get me. That's a big move. You know what I'm saying? If something like that comes up. But bringing it back.
What was AIDS? What was AIDS? What was HIV? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a
virus.
Yeah, epidemic.
It was a virus.
At the time,
Man-made virus at that.
Yeah, but was that targeted at a race or was that targeted at human?
Hell yeah, it was targeted at a race.
Hell yeah.
And this right now, is Corona a race target?
Even if hold on, one second. Like it was targeted at a race, even if just like the propaganda end, you know what I mean? But they smashed the fuck out of fucking South America and Africa with this shit, man. Yeah. Like, even if it's just for the iconography of the whole AIDS campaign, you're thinking about some black people in some camp somewhere in Africa or some shit. Like, you're not thinking about the fucking politicians and these and the homosexuals in Soho and shit no more. You think about the crackhead, the black crackhead bitch. Yeah. That's what you think about. Oh, she got AIDS. Yeah, you think about that the promiscuous nigger. He's got AIDS. You not think about the fucking, what you call that thing? The super hyper promiscuous gay guys. You don't think about that. The heroin needle people. You don't ever think about them no more. You think about black people when it comes to AIDS, and that's through propaganda, telling everyone that it came from Africa, putting it in the ether. I don't care if it never came directly from their mouth. They put that shit in the ether, man. Yeah, that AIDS started with some monkey in Africa, some stupidness. Do you know what I mean?
Stupidness. Literally some bullshit, bro. And it's still here. Look at this, Ray. They're still here 40 years on, bro. So
then you got the Pope telling them, don't use condoms. Half of them are Roman Catholic and that. Of course, you had a Pope telling them don't use condoms, which is a double whammy because you shouldn't be using condoms, but it's because you should be in control of what you're doing and who you're doing it with. But he telling you don't use condoms so that diseases can spread.
Attacking reproduction is an attack against humans, isn't it? If you ever see that being done, you know that's a move being played out. Can be played out in many different ways. Even like this whole gay shit, to me, that's an attack because you're stopping bare parents and people from procreating, isn't it? So even that's an attack on creation, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, because I used to think that they still having babies. This is why it's a joke because
they're trying to say they're heroes. They're heroes looking after the unlooked after babies. Yeah, getting stolen away from their parents.
They used to be attacking people. Reproduction, but now they're finding ways to reproduce themselves. Like they don't mind having babies. They're not, like it's crazy. It's crazy.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? It's like more now. Their new goal is to have babies. So it's like before it was like being gay, being lesbian was a decision to like that you ain't gonna have youths in it. That's your lifestyle decision. You ain't gonna have youths. Fair dues, yeah. But now it's
they're happy with that as well. They're like, we don't want you. We don't want you.
Now it's man and man get
happy being with each other.
And when two men get together, their discussion is, do you want to have youths in the future? Like that's why I got to know that before you to see if you tick a box. Mad thing. Mad thing. Yo.
Taking it away from this conversation, does anyone know what happened to Black the Ripper?
He died.
Has anyone heard anything?
Yeah, I heard something, but I don't know if it's real, so I don't want to play.
R.I.P.
But does sound like suspicious circumstances from what I've heard. So let's see. I don't know. Yeah, man. R.I.P. man. I don't know.
Because I want to know, like, you see that the whole censorship thing, yeah, and like different levels of celebrity and that. Like, even like, say like, if just like musicians and that we know when they go live and that, how come they ain't getting as many views as like they should be getting? Because I'm seeing you get more numbers than some people, like people on lives and that, and I'm thinking they're big million follower subscriber and that. So like, what do you reckon controls the numbers that people get? Because obviously, I think how many people can talk about what moment is the play, isn't it?
There are algorithms. I've been looking into this. There are algorithms and what have you. There is an AI in YouTube that certain words that you put will put you higher in the pecking order than other things. I was saying it to just earlier, funny enough. There are certain things that you can say or do that will get you higher in the charts.
Try copy these big YouTubers. Try copy them. Try to find a way around this shit.
But is it? But to me, that like I was saying to Jedi, this is getting everyone to follow, saying, look, this is the right way to get loads of YouTube views, but it's gonna go against what you actually believe in. And then this way is gonna be the way that you want to go, but YouTube ain't gonna allow you to. They're gonna be censoring you all the way going that way. So it's a catch-22. This is what I've been realizing, and this is just me doing a course on it. Just me doing a course on it. I ain't even fucking gone into it yet.
It's interesting.
It's mad, cuz. It's mad. So this is another reason why it's actually happening now, because they are stopping all this 5G. They're saying that it's bullshit. They're putting it down, saying it's false information. So they've already got a censorship. They had the censorship from a long time ago, but now they're just tightening the grip.
They made it look like a year or 2 years ago, innit? About they called it like fake news, whatever, innit? And that's when they started censoring all like the truthers and that, innit? They put the law in place. And some people think like the flat earth thing was like a psyop to like to let them push the boundaries more, innit?
But flat Earth's been there for time, bro. This ain't
I know, but people like it becoming popular
thing that's been going on. That is the
I know, but
it
being repopularized again, innit? Like that.
I mean, to be honest with you, bro, we've always known about even from a young age, about the moon landings, bro. It was always fishy from young, before even we had YouTube and that. We really were questioning it. Do you know what I mean?
But I don't get like you can't like firstly about the flat earth thing, like, I think it's a perspective. I think that's where people is kind of getting confused with perspective. Because like obviously it can't be flat because obviously there's mountains and shit like that, innit?
Let me ask the next question. Born Rich.
I'm speaking, bro.
Born Rich.
Yeah, I'm here. My bad. I was watching you.
But Raider, you went on to flat Earth, man.
Let me ask you a question. Listen. Anyway, let me ask you a question, Born Rich. Do you think Africans have the power to make China make a formal statement about their treatment of Africans on Chinese land? Do you think black people internationally or whatever have the ability to make China call a press conference and say, yeah, you lot been talking about how we treating the Africans out here and this is what it is? Or do you think we just like pussies? Because that's an important issue to me.
I think pussies, man. I hate to say it.
I think pussy's a bit too strong, yeah. But you got to remember that China's been setting their foundations from a long time. This ain't nothing new. We've been talking about China.
Can you affect China economically? I mean, at a time like this, like what do they want from Africa? Like what do they want from black people?
Even when you said in Nigeria where they made the guy the chief of the village or something like that.
Yeah.
Even you said then, like, this ain't right. Like, you're literally handing your power away. This could go left. And this is what it looks like. For them to turn around, I saw a picture of 5 Chinese guys beating up one African guy. And it was nuts because there was 2 African guys watching, just like on a calm one, trying to tell them to calm down, like, don't hit them sort of thing. Mad. It was mad. It's a mad video, fam, and it's not nice. And I'm like, raw. This is in your own country as well. So man's coming in. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think China has a lot of power because we get so many goods from China. People get so many goods from China. So it's like
people are in debt to China.
Yeah.
You got to remember, because of this COVID thing, yeah, the European Union government is bust and the American economy is going bust. But the Chinese economy still stands.
So what's the damage to it though? It must have took some damage though, right? Must have took serious damage, right?
No.
I mean, what do you mean no?
Not as much as not as bad as basically what happened to the UK and European and America is it's that bad to the point where it's recession, like they count it as a recession. It's the all-time low since Trump got elected.
Because I thought because worldwide people didn't want Chinese goods, people were eating Chinese food, like. Do you know what I mean?
Because look at it's mad. Let me actually see. What's this lappy meat?
I would love for African countries.
In China, you know what it? Man like Fred.
Yeah, man, you don't know, my brothers.
I just popped up like that.
Big up, bro. Big up. Yeah,
yeah,
you were saying Bunrich. 1 second. You were saying.
No, I was just saying I would love to see the African, the leaders of African countries come together and really, and really try to get and galvanize the people to really let China know this shit ain't right. But it never works like that, man. It never works like
it's come
that.
to the point where you don't even believe it to be true. Like, I can hear it in your voice, bro.
I saw something. I saw something like this the other day, bruv, and it was disgusting as well, bruv. Like one story on Dr. Lumumba, innit? She was saying that basically, there's a restaurant in Kenya or one of them countries, and it was refusing to serve Africans, bro. Right. You get what I'm saying? Like the Chinese people, they built a Chinese restaurant in Kenya. And it was like, nah, no Africans after 6 o'clock. Like, you just go strictly up. Yeah, I swear, bro. Bro, these things get me heated, you know, bro.
That's funny still. Yeah, man, just burn that shit down, man. Burn that shit down, man. That's all you got to do. Just burn that blood clot down, man.
Well, facts, burn that down, blood.
10 man, go in there, brock up the place, like I said, just smash up everything, or just tell everyone to come out, get me, and just lob a little fucking petrol bomb in there and just burn it out.
Bro, me and my girl can't eat fried rice. You're having a fried shop.
Yeah, well, I'll burn you up, man.
Yeah, that's a fried shop, man.
Burn it up. Big up Kate.
It's not how they how they're swinging the blame from blame to blame, and it's just trying to justify it. Like,
Feel for Ebo, big up your chest. Yeah, they're just trying to do the blame game.
Bro, it's like me robbing your phone, Jet, and then me getting onto you and saying, bruv, why did you make me rob your phone? Huh?
Yeah, why you got that colourful case? Yeah, why you got that colourful case on? Do you know what I'm saying?
Look what you made me do.
I know, and we're so loving. We would never ever do that back to them, bro. Because as I said, when the Chinese woman was getting the heat in the park, me like a dickhead, I sat next to her and made sure to know that the heat's on both of us. Don't worry, innit? If it's cool, they're never gonna do that for us, bro.
Maybe they will. Maybe someone out here's got a Chinese friend that'll back it and stick up for them. Come on, man.
No, I got him in my family, but it's like, boy, all of these things I'm seeing right now, my G, it's making me think, right, man. I don't know what's going on for them. You see,
man.
I know
big up all the Chinese out there, man. Go put some pressure on your brothers and that. And tell them to allow the Africans, man.
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
And do you think there could be a propaganda tool as well to get onto China? Because as well,
yeah, but they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to, Jedi, because I asked you. I think I asked you a couple weeks ago. Do you think black people should ride with the Chinese people because of the hate that they're getting?
Oh yeah, you did.
So now it's time for the Chinese people to ride with the Africans, man.
Do you reckon
man?
Do you reckon Chinese people would honor their own race rather than their friends if their friends are from different races? So I'm just wondering like how different cultures perceive honor and that.
And I think so. I don't know, man.
Because in the UK we're multicultural, isn't it? So we're quite different from other places. Obviously we're the West, so we're quite similar to other places in the West. But in different countries there's different principles and that, innit? Because even if you just look at like people like on the roads and that, like some people might proper like take a beating for someone else, innit? But someone else they might just run like a coward, innit? So it's different levels of respect and honor that people have, innit? So I'm just thinking like, do you reckon the Chinese people would be honorable to their friends regardless of their race? Or do you reckon they would be on some Nazi thing and be like, nah man, only Chinese?
But they're a hard race to get into in the first place, bro. Right, the woman has to really like you, or vice versa. Do you get what I'm saying? The man has to really like you, innit? And then you have to adopt some type of culture. You get what I'm saying? They're not just gonna dash with their thing for you. Do you know what I mean? I don't think we got enough.
That's Born Rich was saying, about whether we should stand with them. That was a very, very good question to ask. And I said no, innit? I'm sure I said no.
Yeah. You said hell no.
I said nah, fuck it, nah. Like they got to deal with their own thing, innit? And but like the deflection onto black people is crazy, or should I say onto Africans? Yeah, it's crazy. Go on.
Sorry, Jed. I was gonna say this ain't even surprising, Daddy, man. I mean, everything we're going to foreign at Africa and get the blame. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
It's us for everything, blood. We're the blame of the whole fucking. We're the blame for everything. You know what I mean? So this one, it weren't going to be surprising. I mean, it weren't going to be surprising. They said a monkey. It really come from a monkey in Africa and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Ivan Love says, I heard Nigerian leader is pissed at the moment and has given China a warning about their mistreatment of Nigerian people over in China. Yeah, man. A warning.
Isn't Africa surrounded by worldwide military? Was that a rumor?
Probably is. It probably is. You know, all the waters
packed up around Africa.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Some military from somewhere. It's a very strategic point, isn't it?
But you know what, Jed? Right now they're suffering worldwide, you know. So they're thinking, right, all my Chinese shops, I used to be getting my regular money. I could have bought my boot-ons, like, all better things, the factory shut, the this, the that. So I'm taking it out on the immigrant, like what English people do. Go home and it's your fault, and you know what I mean? Yeah. The Chinese shops flop, blood. You get me? Uncle's shops is dead.
It's mad.
You know what I'm saying, blood? So they're thinking, boy, let me just take it out on the nearest thing that don't look like man. And then plus the government are feeding them lies, so no one gets onto them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think this is plausible? Do you think the powers in the world could be split between, well, not like I don't know if to say races or nationalities, but do you reckon like the power should be split? Like, to say like I don't know, is it nationalities or would it be races? But then obviously we would start confusion because
what are you asking us? What are you asking us?
I don't know how to break it down, but I'm saying say all the African people are in here, like shouldn't they like be supported by like Africa and that? So but all the funding should be like equally like spread back, and anything that's been taken and like it should be provable by now, innit? With the technology we got, everything should be able to be traced back and spread back to where it should be. And obviously you should include works, people that's built up certain things and that.
To build up each country 100%, but this is what happens when foreign interests come in and they end up taking it and making it their own, do you know what I mean? And sending it back to their country, and it's for their benefit. It's like even in the UK, like England don't own half their shit. They don't own their gas, they don't own their public transport, they don't even own the Royal Mail, which is the Queen's. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
So if you want to talk like that, this is why the illusion of the countries. This is what I believe why they built it up. It's an illusion to say, yeah, my country versus your country. Forget man talking about countries when really and truly it's got nothing to do with the country. It's actually these companies that are running the show.
And it's like they're
We
hiding
might,
within the country.
no, I was thinking we might have to get
It's
rid
like
of the
they're hiding
borders.
within the country.
We might have
So
to get rid of the borders, bro. Serious, we're gonna might have to do some rethinking in the world
You lot
order.
are funny. You lot are funny. You lot are proper
they're
jokes. You know why you lot are jokes? Yeah, because getting rid of borders. Yeah, whose plan is that?
That's
That's
my
their plan.
plan
Yeah,
too.
but
bro.
that's their plan.
First of all, get
Yeah,
rid of it. Get rid of it in
Yeah,
your mind. First of all, though.
that's their plan, fam. Think
yeah,
about it.
yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah,
religion, and you know what I mean? One currency, one government. They're already talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
having a one government to be able to deal with these type of pandemics.
But these are talking about one government, but we're talking aside from that. Do you know? These aren't saying one currency. We're saying no currency. We're just saying for the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
We're,
so.
they're
Yeah,
saying
I think so.
they want a government. We're saying we want a community. We want a family sense. You know what I'm saying? Where there ain't no chief. There ain't no nothing. There's just a community.
Big
You
talk,
know,
man. Really good.
community says what
Yo, General.
the man of your
Yo,
house
what's
or
going on?
the woman of your house has a certain say. Each person in your
Mm.
house has a certain say. It's the same.
Yo, my G.
Yes.
What you saying?
Yeah, big up yourself, General. What's good?
What's good? What you saying?
Nah, man. Good to have you on.
Yeah,
you
good,
wanna-
man. I just want to listen quickly, just to catch up before
Alright,
I make my piece.
say no more. Say no more. Yeah, carry on, Mill. Sorry to interrupt you, family.
You know what? Who's
No,
this
but
new guy?
Bills, I see that utopia though, bro. I see that we're Ghanaians and Africans, we can trade culture, we can trade things. Okay, I tell you what, this thing was stopping us. Let's fuck their money off. We're not going to use the French bank no more. We're not going to use none of that. We're just going to have our barter system and get
Yo,
on with it.
look. Take money out the game. What is everyone gonna care about? Food and water. There we go. Let's
No.
You're not gonna worry
Look
about
a little
fucking
bit deeper. Look deeper. What's the first thing that was stole? Intelligence. So the first people who was intelligent enough to create weapon, create fire, create all these things. That's the thing that's been stolen, isn't it? Because you could say certain cultures might not have been able to have risen without the intelligence of other people. So say like the intelligence of one culture is mathematics. Without that, certain things couldn't run. And you could say now, like over the thousands of years, millions of years, all that's been kind of stolen from around the world. It's all been unified. Because like that's why like, you can't even have a unique idea anymore. People just steal ideas without even having the invention. Like it's almost like we've been doing the thinking for people that can't think.
I like what Leonardo da Vinci says. Your life is indebted to others. So
yeah, that's a good one.
Like,
that's a big one.
Like right now, you're here because of your mum and dad, so you're indebted to your mum and dad.
That's a big
They
one.
gave you
That's a big one. Definitely.
So you know what I mean. So really and truly,
and someone outside them drop jewels on you to make the thing go further.
Jeez, exactly. Doesn't mean that you can't add to it.
Yeah, most def, man. That's a big saying. I like that one, bro.
Trust me.
Yeah, that one's a good one. I'm all about unity, innit, man? Because I've done so much hatred. You know what I'm saying? Unity is cool, man. You know what I mean? If we could get it together.
I want to take
how do you get unity?
Where everyone was going barbecues every week. You know, the ones there linking up with family. Do you know what I'm saying?
Unity is good, but you always get that one person in the group that will try to get the power for themselves.
Well, what is unity? You have to have a common goal, right? Or common understanding.
Yeah, understanding.
United, innit? Being one, like a unit, like a you're individual, but you work as a whole.
And unity to me comes in shapes and forms, innit? It comes in loads of different forms, innit? Like me and you can put together to buy a cigarette. That's unity, innit?
I think unity sounds good in theory, and I'm saying overall as a concept is a good thing, but I think African nations need self-determination. Every country every government should be looking after their people and making sure that country is good. That's probably for me. That's the best form of unity you can probably get. So if everyone works on their own land, on their own country, then you can help others. You see what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
imagine you put
in
all the problems
theory,
of the continent in one. It's going to
yeah,
be
in
a big
theory
job.
that works. I mean, in theory that sounds cool, but that format's been running for years and we ain't got nowhere with it. So what we maybe need to do, Somalia maybe need to link up with Eritrea, and Eritrea maybe need to link up with Ethiopia a bit more, and we need to cross the lines and start merging and trading. But like, do you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily thinking about money, thinking about how kids are going to get educated, but we can pull some resources together. You know what I'm saying? Because we do practice unity on an everyday scale, but we just need to practice it on a bigger scale. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the thing is, this is where our government should be kicking in. This is basically the job of a country's government, right? To make these trade deals to ensure the people can move freely, move as much as possible.
That's correct.
Educate, trade with other countries. But if we're not getting that structure from our own governments, because the people in power have their own interest and a lot of the times they're puppets or they're getting paid from somewhere else, what can we do?
And you know what? We're going to be able to do something soon, man. Guaranteed fact. I'm telling you, soon people are going to say they don't want that French franc or whatever, them influences. They don't want them British influences in their place. You get me? I don't know when, obviously. I don't know if I'm going to live to see it. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's going to be a day when people are going to say, I've had enough, innit? I can finance my own thing.
Where are you from?
I'm Somali.
Okay. So, I mean, what's it saying in Somalia right now?
I'm from the north, Somaliland. It's like an unofficial region. I think you know about it, right?
Yeah.
I was there last year, September, October. It is quite good in the sense of, obviously, we had our government for about 30 years now, unofficially, right? So they've been running everything top to bottom in the last 30 years. And to be honest, for a government to have made this progress in 30 years, honestly, I think it's pretty good. Even last year, they start doing IDs, licenses, businesses. It's very easy to make a business, so you can start a business without a business license. But if at some point you'll need it, and it's very easy to get.
So what's going on with the COVID right now?
COVID is all right. There's not many cases at all. I think there was like under 10.
Okay, so no quarantine then.
I mean, they locked down the borders, so like flights, everything, but schools are shut and universities, but some people are working and you can go out and about, really. So it's not really lockdown.
Okay, yeah.
That's good. Give thanks for that.
Alhamdulillah, yeah, man, 100.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say as well, with the whole Chinese thing, do you think we're partially to blame? Yeah, and the reason I say that is, if our own government are not willing to stick up for their people, or even fellow African countries speaking up about it, why are we surprised that it is happening? You see what I mean?
So
and
I know what you mean. Yeah.
And why the Chinese, we're saying, maybe they should change, it's wrong, but from their point of view, why should they? They can abuse our people in their land, come to our land, take our resources, do what they want in our land, and we don't say nothing. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think
it seems like that. I'm sure, there have been like a few, like I think like in Ghana, that president or whatever decreed that any foreign business owner must have a Ghanaian national business partner.
Yeah, even for us, actually, we got the same thing.
Oh, you've got that same law? That law, that's fucking sick. Shit like that is sick. But,
it was annoying, actually, because I was thinking about doing some sort of business over there. So when I was there last year, I thought I might as well get a business license just to get it out of the way.
You classed as foreign?
They classed me as foreign, which is good, though. They were look...
Can you not get dual citizenship?
You know what? You don't even need to get citizenship. They do like a local ID card. Okay. So through my lineage, I just basically had to just tell them my tribe, my name, my dad's name, granddad, great granddad's name, and my tribe details. And from that, they know
a tribe elder to contact to verify who I am. You see what I mean? And then from there, they know for a fact that I'm from there because they can verify from multiple places.
That is sick. That's sick.
And this is the first time we're writing it down. So for thousands of years, it's been oral tradition anyway.
It's interesting. I wonder how old like identification is.
I mean, we can count generally around 25 like grandfathers up.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many. What's that? 1,000 years roughly.
And you see that culture there, where you can count the grandfathers up and the fathers are like that emphasis on the fathers.
Yeah.
Man have to stick around. There's no fucking about that. You know when you get your youth, bro, you can't mess about and break the lineage or the lineage. You have to fucking be there all the way.
Yeah, 100.
To make sure little Mo's got a chance. Yeah, I'm trying to show you.
Yeah. So like, for example, if you want to reach somebody from another country, like for Somalis, we can find out who's there, what tribe they are, quite quickly. And if they're a similar tribe to you, you can have some sort of connection. So you can find maybe a second cousin of yours is related to them somehow. You see what I mean? So you can always find
marriage.
Yeah. No, not necessarily through marriage. I mean, like
No, I
for
said
example,
for marriage.
Yeah.
I mean, for a cousin to marry.
Yeah. No, I mean, we're mocking it now. But obviously, if you're the same tribe, innit, like you would have a common grandfather, like further up. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And they help each other as well through that, so it's good.
And I suppose, and I'm guessing, you know, I don't want to guess, but I'd like to think that fucking all the African tribes had it like that, but the West Africans thing got watered down a bit more.
Yeah,
got fully watered down, where the East managed to hold on to their thing a bit more.
Yeah, I think.
Well. You say that because also in Ghana and Nigeria, they got those similar traditions where the chief knows everything, knows like going back, like there's a big documentary about it. Who do you think you are? If you check that out on YouTube, I swear down, it's one sick. They did a sick one where the chick goes back and speaks to like the Ghanaian chief. He pulls out photos and like he knows shit about her grandmother and it was deep. It was deep.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to see Africa still shining, man. They got their little traditions, and trust me, these are the things we have to hold on to more and more, bro. Because going into the Matrix on 5G and I mean, all this fucking
but it's all in the cloud. It's gonna be everyone. Your whole tribe lineage is gonna be in the cloud.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. You can rock an electronic lineage bracelet.
Serious.
I mean, that's basically what we have now, right? I mean, with birth certificates and death records and stuff. So, I think there was a Jamaican family who were tracing back their history, and they actually found out 5 generations up they were related to some white family from Somerset. They had he was like the slave master at the time. You see what I mean? I mean, lineage now I think it can't really be hidden anymore, or it is all documented more or less.
There's a lot coming out. It's just how reliable it is because of the whole mothers baby fathers maybe scenario. Because of that, I mean. No,
the Western washout. You get me?
It's not that reliable because a lot of people getting their babies misappropriated to them, and lineages are being doctored and skewed for all sorts of purposes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, of course, it can
even to hide certain influential people in history, they just get rubbed out. So when you know who a true person's father is, but you assign a different fatherhood to them, and then they don't have the power to keep their own record that speaks on their own behalf. It's you speaking on their behalf. So we gotta watch history. I mean, depends on how important that information is for you. For me personally, I'd like it to be 100% accurate. Do you know what I mean? Like,
how would you do that?
Exactly. This is my whole point. you'd have to have DNA samples and be able to trust that DNA process. Basically, be able to do that shit yourself.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's always an element of faith, right? So, if we start doing that whole DNA angle, and who's gonna take charge? Do they have an agenda? You see what I mean?
All right, put it this way, yeah. Put it this way, like every culture, every society should definitely have their own archaeologists, have their own archaeologists, their own geneticists, and things of that nature that definitely work on their people from a introspective perspective. For introspective paradigm, they need to be applying those sciences to find out their own histories and their own makeup and everything to do with them.
Yeah.
There's a problem in relying on others to do that, and I feel like with Africans, we're not as involved in those type of ologies like archaeology, which I think is a big fuck up for us. We should have thousands of African archaeology teams, but it's white people that come over and do this archaeology, and it's like, if we're going to allow them to do it on our land, then we might as well be doing it ourselves. Otherwise, let the dead rest, let it be what it is, if that's our ethos. But we let Europeans come over and do all this digging around and then tell us what they find.
But this is what I'm telling you, man, about morals and different culture. Because some cultures might be like, nah, man, you don't disrespect the dead. But other cultures, they might have passed on their morals.
I hear you still. I agree still. But then it's like, when you got that moral of we don't disrespect the dead, but then you watch the next man come over, disrespect your dead, and then tell you what your history is. It's a mad thing.
I know for a fact they're never digging up King Henry. I know that, bro. They're not doing it, bro. They're not doing it to find out nothing. You know what I'm trying to show you, bro.
Do you know if they ever done a test on the Egyptians?
Well, they claim they did on the mummy. They claim they did. They claim they found traces of cocaine and whatnot and this and that, and they said they've done some type of tests.
Do they do tests to determine their skin color?
No, but they said that from the likelihood. I think. Who did they say they tested? Is it King Tut? They've got a bit of his tissue or whatever. Is it King Tut?
Yeah, they're saying that his likelihood is black though, isn't it, or some shit like that.
Nah, they don't say he's black, bro. They say they
don't say he's white though.
Nah, they don't say he's white, but they say
Arab.
The way they drop it, you can go and just Google it. The King Tut, what they say on that. They drop it. They try a little sly. You get me? Alley-oop thing. I don't know what they done. No,
I took my youth to see that King Tut exhibition, you know, but trust me, waste of fucking time.
In the British Museum.
Yeah, waste of time, blood.
That was horrible, man. You know what? I went to British Museum, yeah. I went for a stage of going to these museums and stuff, and like leaving feeling mad sad and that. Like I went to the British Museum, and they had Egypt right at the top, was sick, and then they've got like Mesopotamia, and then they've got like Tibet and some other shit and blah blah blah. And then you go down into the basement, yeah, and in one little room in the basement, they've got Africa. It's mad, fam. Like, it's mad. And they got the whole of Africa in one room. There's